everybody. This is Michelle and Gwendolyn from Inner Journey Studios, and we are coming to you live with another with another art tutorial today. Sorry for the delay. I film using my iPhone, and I had set it down on my way to my studio, and I couldn't find it. So we did.
It was right on the couch, Harv.
It was on the couch. So we found it. Thank you, Gwendolyn. But we were a little delayed, so sorry about that. So today, Gwendolyn and I are going to show you how to make. Hey, Anna Marie. Show them what we're going to make today.
We are going to make beads. We are going to make these clay beads.
Ooh, polymer beads.
Apparently we're using this magazine bowl that Mom made yesterday.
Remember these? I'm using that to put the beads in today. So you can see we've got all kinds of beads here.
Yeah, we got more.
All different types. We're making round ones today, but I just wanted to show you that sometimes they get to be different shapes and sizes, and that's okay. You can make them as precise as you want, as wonkadoodle as you want. You can make them however you want. We're going to show you basically the round ones, though, today.
We made tons of beads last night.
We did. We made a bunch of them, didn't we?
I stayed up till 11 people. Shh. That's called the best thing ever.
Don't tell people I let you stay up past your bedtime like that. Mom fail right here, but we had so much fun, didn't we?
Hi, Elizabeth.
That's Miss Liz. That's Tucker's mom.
Hi.
I bet Tucker's on there. Yep. Hi, Gwen. That's from Tucker.
Tuck, 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 tuck.
Okay, so today what you're going to need is some polymer clay.
Tucker, I know you have this, so if you don't have this with you.
So what I got was this kit from Amazon, which I absolutely love. The polymer clay was so soft and easy to work with.
If they can use
paper clay. Yeah, you can use any kind of clay that you want, Deborah.
Even air dry clay.
Even air dry clay, which is, I think paper clay is air dry. I haven't used paper clay in a while, so I don't remember the properties of it. But just check the directions on the package to see how you would dry it. But yeah, it would be the same kind of thing. You could definitely use that.
Tucker, I know you have this clay. I know you have this clay.
All right, so inside of this kit has 45 different little blocks of color. So there's a lot of different things. Now you can buy these individually in the store. They're called, I think it's Sculpey clay, Fimo clay, I think is the same one. There's a bunch of different polymer clays that you can buy individual colors. This was just fun because it came with 45 different colors in it. So it makes it a lot of fun to play with. Anyway, there's a link on my blog if you decide you want to buy one of these. It's got jewelry fixings in it and little tools and stuff. Anyway, I love a kit. I should preface this by saying I love something where everything comes together like this. It makes me so happy. So this was just really cool for me.
Happy.
That said, the only thing that you need today is some clay, and you can use as many colors as you want. I recommend 2 to 4 for this project. I wouldn't do probably more than that for individual beads, but you can. You know, it's up to you. Experiment and have fun. Hey, Geraldine, how are you doing today?
Hi, Geraldine.
Okay. So, Gwendolyn, you want to pick out the colors? Oh, let me finish telling you what you're going to need today. We're going to show you how to do a bracelet. So, I'm using the Stretch Magic for the bracelet. I love you too. Sophia, come say hi to everybody. Wave and say hi. Hi. We need to see your face. Yay, that's Sophia. She's a big girl now, so she's off to work at the cupcake little delicatessen that she works at, bakery, I guess it's called.
Open.
Come see her, buy cupcakes. They have glitter on and are super delicious.
Edible glitter, people. Who knew that was a thing?
Deborah, thank you. I will. When this is done, I'll put the blog link to it. I found this is... Bye, sweetie. I love you. This is one of those weird things with Facebook. If I'm doing a live video, I can't put a link in the description.
Sad.
But I can do it afterwards. So after I'm done with the video, I can do an edit and put the link in then. So I'll put it in at that point. Hey, Jennifer, welcome. All right, so we've got the polymer clay. We've got the Stretch Magic. You'll want some tin foil.
Can I just
Hold on. You'll want some bamboo skewers or some note cards, and I'll show you the difference why you could, or not why, but how you would use one versus the other. But you only need one of these, and I'll show you what those are used for in a little bit for baking them. Some sort of pin. I've got this. This is just let me get it in there. There we go. A yarn needle. Look at how big my fingers look in there. Forced perspective, y'all. So the needle it's not sharp, but it does have a tip on it, and that will just help go through the clay from either side. So something to poke your clay, your little things with, your beads. You can use, hey Pam, hi Amanda, welcome. You can use the bamboo skewers to do that, but they tend to be a little wide when you're first putting the hole in, and I'll show you that when we get to that part. So I like to keep my pin, by the way, in a little pin holder like that.
For safety reasons.
Yes.
Kids, use these. Use them.
All right, so like that. And then I think that, and then you'll need a baking dish. So I just use this.
Yay.
But I'll show you when we get to that part, I'll show you what that's all for. All right, I think that is everything. I'm gonna change the perspective of the camera right now so you can see what we are doing.
See the world. I picked out 2 colors.
There we go.
Can I use any of the colors of the clay, Mama?
Okay, I think we are almost good. All right, there we have it. So, to show you again, this is what we're making. We're gonna be making some beads today. Aren't they fun? Look at how colorful and pretty they are. I'll tell you what, this will brighten anyone's day if you start making some beads and making them bracelets or necklaces or other projects. You could use these if you do art journaling. You could use these as like a tassel or on a bookmark. All kinds of things you can do with them.
Oh, and it's, I guess, the bookmark unless you can put it in the spine part.
Okay. So Gwendolyn, do you want to pick out the colors we're going to use today?
Yeah, I picked out these 2, and I also want...
okay, so we're going to have these 2.
And, no, not that pink. This pink. And this.
Oh, that'll be pretty.
These 3 colors.
Hey, everybody. Put in the comments below, tell us what colors you're using today. We would love to know what you are doing with yours.
Hey Tucker, where are you? I miss you.
Amanda's on here too.
Hi Amanda.
Amanda's reading a really
Tuck
cool
and
book.
Amanda.
Okay.
I know you were.
Oh, Amanda said hi, Gwendolyn. All right.
It says
so the first thing you're going to do with your clay is you're going to want to
unwrap it, of course.
So unwrap it so people can see you unwrapping it. There we go.
And then do we split it in half again, Mama?
Well, what we're going to do, so last night Gwendolyn and I did this and we used each a half of a chunk. But I got to tell you, we had a lot left over. So I think today we're just going to do like a small amount. You can always get more. So what would we say that is? About a quarter of it maybe?
I would think we just use, since we used all my clay and some of your clay, I think we just use half of this for both of us. So we each get a quarter of clay.
Well, why don't we do this? Let's start yours like this. And I think I'm going to use some different colors. Now, the clay that you don't use, I forgot to bring my baggies out, but you're going to put these in baggies. Like you've already opened it, so you can't really wrap it back up in that easily. But if you just get like a Ziploc bag and put it in, make sure you get all the air out. This should last for quite a while for you, so you don't have to use it all at once. Just take off what you want to use. Perfect. And then I'm going to use some different colors. Let's see what am I going to use today. I want to try. Well, hold on just a minute so we can tell them what we're doing. All right. I want to use. Oh, my necklace just fell off. We'll take that right off. There we go. I'm going to use some white and maybe a little bit of blue. Ooh, that would be kind of dynamic, right? Blue and white. Or maybe a little light blue. I think I'm going to go a little monochromatic today. So I'm going to use these for mine.
I'm going light.
Well, I guess if I'm putting white in it.
I'm going kind of girly color.
Yeah, I love those. Those are like unicorn colors.
Yeah, I'm going unicorn today, people.
Ooh, red and dark red, Tucker. I love it.
Red and dark red.
Amanda is using Tucker, lime green.
Are you going to make dagger beads? Are you going to make dagger?
Okay, hold on. Amanda is using lime green, dark purple, hot pink, and sky blue. Ooh, that's going to be gorgeous, too. Fun. Y'all, I am so excited to see what our beads look like when we're done. Is anybody else excited?
Can I explain what you do after you unwrap it?
Yeah.
Alright, so what you do after you unwrap it is you make it into a snake. Make it into a snake, a long snake like I'm doing. Like, look at this. This is a nice and pretty snake. So I'm going to set that down. Or actually, I'm going to do this a tiny bit more just to get it in. And so you're going to do that with all of your colors, all 3, all 2, or all 4. How many colors you have. So anyone who just joined, to catch you up, we're doing clay beads, and right now we're just picking our colors and snaking the clay.
So what that means is you'll take your piece of clay and you're going to put it between your hands like this, and you're just going to rub your hands back and forth. And as you do that, you'll see it starts to get smoother, and you just keep going. And now you see it's looking more like a snake. And then what you can do is you move your hands along and so that you can get it a little thinner. And it doesn't actually matter how thin or thick you get it. We just want it to be a little bit of a snake-like.
After you do your snake-like thing, you will take all your snakes and put them together and twist them like this. There. And when you're done twisting, then what I do, and then you're going to take off a small piece of it.
So Gwendolyn's doing it one way, yep, and take off a small piece. There's different ways you can do this.
Another way is you can smush it all together after you've rolled it. So I'm probably going to do that for my next bead, so I'm going to kind of do the 2 examples that I know. So you see I have this little kind of squarish cylinder piece.
There you go.
But I'm going to roll it into a ball shape. So like, see, I'm kind of rolling it.
Yep, you got to get it in there. They can't see you. There you go.
And that, but I can never roll these squares. I can never roll these right.
You got it.
See, I can never roll these right,
So I'll show you a little trick for that. So I'm going to pinch off a small amount. I got a little bit of all my colors in there. I'm going to bring it in my hand, and I'm going to roll my hands around like this. All right. Now, Gwendolyn is right. When you do that, you often will get it a little elongated, or it might come out a little funny shape.
So if you want it to be precise, then you can also smush it.
So then I just take it with my fingers, and I just kind of roll it around on my fingers to get it the shape that I want.
And another technique for getting the stuff to do the ball is you smush all the clay together, and then you'll have just one big ball of clay, and then you'll take some of that clay off. And I'm trying to get some of that pink in there, but I can't, so this will be a special one. So what you do is then you roll it up like before, and I just grabbed too little, so I'm going to grab some pink now.
So while she's doing that, I'm just going to keep making some beads here. Gwendolyn, bring your hands in just a little bit. That way
I cannot get it into the scene.
You're doing fine.
Good.
We're all learning as we go, right, guys? We're all learning as we go. We're learning how to do beads. We're learning how to film.
So I got another bead. It might not be the exact same size as the first one, but it's still good. So now I'm going to take yet another piece of clay. And this one has some hints of pink and purple and teal as its two main colors. So you'll have that happen where you won't get all the colors if you smush it. But if you want all the colors, then you're going to want to do the long piece. So Mom, why don't you show them the longer piece so they know that.
Oh, all I did was bring the colors together, and I just kind of rolled them together a little bit.
You told them that.
Oh, okay. She already told you that.
But like just
I've been just sitting here making beads, so I don't know what's going on right now. I'm just in bead land.
Sorry.
You're fine. I'm in beadlandia. All right, so we're just gonna keep
bead matter. No, the size of the bead does not matter. Oh, thanks.
Let's see.
So
as far as the size of the bead, the only way that it matters, or the only reason it matters, is for the size that you want it to be. So you might want to have really big beads. Maybe you're making a big necklace, or you're making something that you would want really big beads. You can definitely make bigger beads.
Like pearl beads.
Yep. For a bracelet, I like them a little smaller, about the size. This is about the size of a pea, I would say, roughly.
I just like making beads.
Hey, Megan, how are you doing?
Hey,
oh my gosh, I
Megan.
love seeing your smiling face pop up on here.
You're welcome, Tucker.
So just like the size of a pea, I like for a bracelet. This one's a touch bigger. You can also make them different sizes. Maybe on your bracelet you want a couple different sizes, and that's fine to do too. I like to look, so I don't know how well this will show on here. I think it might not. But sometimes you'll see little cracks where it's like the colors haven't quite melted together or molded together yet. I like to do mine until I feel really comfortable that it's nice and smooth.
I'm going to do mine in the background, everyone, because I'm going to let Mom.
Hey, Nicole.
For now.
My favorite Girl Scout. Oh, I shouldn't say that because I have a lot of Girl Scouts that are probably watching. One of my favorite Girl Scout leaders, Nicole, is awesome. She always bails me out when I don't get my paperwork turned in on time. She is like super amazing. So we're just rolling. We're rocking and rolling here, right, Gwendolyn? Rocking and rolling.
Yep,
So you're going to roll it in between your hands and then take it out and then just use your fingers to get the shape that you want. And some of it's just personal preference. You'll play around with it a little bit to get it how you want. We're going to make, let's see. Let's do...
How about... Let's go to the end of our clay, because
End of the clay?
Because last time we did half, and I used all my clay.
Okay.
So I think we can use all this clay.
All right, we're going to use all this clay.
So I'm going to go a bit quicker so that I can.
When we get to the part about baking it, I'm not actually going to show you that. I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to show you how to set it up and just tell you what you're going to do and how to do it. But you'll do that on your own. Anybody who is younger, please have your mom and dad help you with the oven.
Tucker.
Your mom or dad.
Tuck.
That is an adult task to do. I know I've got a variety of ages from adults through young kids. Adults, I'm assuming you know how to use the oven, but if you don't, ask your kids and they can show you. Because, they show us everything, right? So we're just going to keep going here.
Hey, Megan. Play seagulls, stop it now. What?
Tucker, I have no idea what that means.
I think he means play a song.
Oh, no. Oh, Tucker, are you using Alexis right now to play songs?
Yep.
All right. Tucker is one of Gwendolyn's best friends from school.
Tuck.
And Amanda, too. Gwendolyn and Amanda used to go to school together.
I see all those loves and likes coming on. I see them all. See them all floating in there.
All right, so we're just going to rock and roll here. How's everybody doing with your beads? Drop a comment. Let us know how it's coming along if you're beading along with us. If you're going to try it later, let us know. that you're trying it later. I can't wait to see everybody's creations. Remember, you can share these in on my page on the Creative Expressions with
so
Michelle.
So that your friends can do it, everyone. Where's my thumb?
You got it in there?
Friends.
Okay.
Tucker. What? Tucker, are you trying to play another song?
All right.
What's Grady? Tucker, what is Grady? Is that another song?
Okay, so let's stay focused on our beads here.
I am focused.
Okay. Spoken like a sassy 9-year-old right there, guys. We got sass going on in our house.
Hey, I'm not sassy. Jokes, but I'm not sassy.
You're not sassy?
No, this is relaxing. Aw, I'm glad.
Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying that, Anna Maria. I love doing this.
It's not a song. What's great?
Can I talk for a minute?
Sorry.
Anna Marie, Gwendolyn, and I last night watched Phantom Menace while making the beads. And we had so much fun because we could watch the movie and we just rolled beads out and set them up for baking, and it was really fun, wasn't it, G?
Okay, so if anyone's
and she's yawning now because if those of you that didn't hear at the beginning, I let her stay up till 11 o'clock last night. So
Tucker,
I had to go wake her up to do the video today, right, G?
Yeah. Mom had to wake me up and get me to put a dress on. Aw, Tucker, you giving loves and likes.
Clearly, I'm crushing the mom thing right now. I had to wake her up at the crack of 10:30 in the morning and tell her to get dressed.
At least I almost slept for 12 hours.
Yeah.
I missed 1 hour of sleep.
Hey, we are spring breaking like champs here.
Corona break, people.
I know, isn't that a great one, Megan? We had so much fun. We're going to watch all of the Star Wars in chronological order, we decided. Because we've seen all of them.
Left, people. This is all my clay left.
We've seen all of them,
I made 10
but
million beads.
we decided that would be a fun family project to do. Activity.
Tucker, wow, and eat. Yes! Yes!
What movie did you watch last night, Anna Marie?
Yeet.
I've got to do a new one for me because I want to make an actual bowl since mine is more of a cup that I made. For those that are wondering, this is what we did yesterday. It's a rolled paper. You use magazine pages to make a bowl, but I ended mine early in the video so that I could show how to put the Mod Podge on. So now I want to make one that's more of an actual bowl.
Well, at least it still works.
Oh yeah, it works great.
Tucker, I love that comment, Tucker, I love that. Cool. I like that comment too, Tucker.
So we're just rolling here.
Comments. You're giving all the cool comments, Tucker. All the cools.
And you can see, I'm trying to get them somewhat uniform.
I don't know how to do the floss.
Can I talk, please? I'm trying to get them all, a somewhat uniform size, but they're handmade, so they're not going to all be perfect. And that's okay. That's part of the charm of this. So I've got some big, some small, and that's going to be just fine.
I don't know how to do the floss, Tucker. I'm sorry. I never learned.
Oh, 12 Monkeys. I haven't even heard of that one. What did you think of that one, Anna Marie? Has anybody else seen 12 Monkeys?
Done.
You got all yours done?
Can I do the needle now?
Yeah.
I know how to people would do instructions. Everyone would do instructions on how to use the needle.
So you need to get it in so they can see you doing it.
So first you just try. Okay. So first you lightly do this.
You're making a twisting motion with it.
Yeah.
You're lightly, gently pushing while you twist. If you push it straight through, you're going to displace the clay, and it's going to end up being really funky on the other side in a way that you don't want it.
So see how I just got it through, so now I'm going to lightly pull it through, and then I'm going to go through this side.
So you're going through on the other side because when you push it through, it will only leave a teeny tiny hole.
So see, now I have a bigger hole.
And so you want to push it through so that you get a more uniform size hole on each side.
See, this is my hole. The hole of the world.
Now while Gwendolyn's showing that, I'm going to show a couple little things with it. Gwendolyn, can I see this a minute?
Sure.
All right, so she showed you initially how you're going to take it, and
Use this to place
it's,
on
I don't know that this is showing up, but I'm kind of twisting back and forth gently. I take my time on these. Okay, now I've got it on the other side.
Okay.
Now I'm going to take it out, and I don't pull it out. Well, I pull it out, but I'm very gentle, and I'm still going back and forth. Now I got a teeny tiny hole here.
Hours of sleep last
So
night.
I'm going to put this in, Gwendolyn, while I'm talking, if you cannot.
Sorry.
And I'm going to make sure, oopsie, I want to make sure it goes in the right hole so it doesn't make another hole. And then I just kind of do a little wiggle on it and take it out. And then you have a nice hole going on with it. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take one of your bamboo skewers here. Yes, you can use the bamboo skewers, but because they're so thick, it can sometimes make the your bead a little out of shape, so you have to be really gentle with it. And what I do with the bamboo skewer is I just twist it and I very gently bring it on to here. Now I bake mine on the bamboo skewer. That's what I use the bamboo skewer for. And I get it, and then I just kind of push it all the way on. Now I want to leave a little bit of space. What do we think that is? About 2 or 3 inches maybe? Because when I set this up in my baking pan, I'm going to, let's see, I can't really get everything in here. Well, you can get kind of the idea. So I'm going to set it across my baking pan like this. So I want to make sure that I have enough extra on both sides that I can get my baking pan. That I can get the bamboo to go across my baking pan. All right, so I'm going to set that aside.
I need the needle.
Now I'll show you. You can use the bamboo. I experimented with that a little bit last night. It can be a little trickier in trying to keep the shape of your bead, but it's not impossible. So you absolutely can do that instead. You will see that it just, oh, where am I? There we go. I don't know how well this shows up. Having a hard time seeing. Well, I'm not sure that it's showing, but it kind of made the end of this more teardrop shape because the bamboo is so big when it pushes through. So what you would do then is just take it off and kind of reform it a little bit. And then you could put it back on your bamboo. Now I put a bunch of them on the bamboo. You don't want them touching though. So we've got them spread apart so that when we bake them, they're not touching. We don't want them to bake together. Let me check. Oh, Amanda, I'm glad that you're enjoying this.
Tucker, bamboo is working great. Okay, good, Tucker. Glad it's working great. Just do the floss.
Oh, good. I'm glad the bamboo is working for you. That's perfect. So yeah, use what works for you. We'll show you different ways of doing things, but do what makes the most sense for you. Now, another thing that you can do, so let's say that you don't have the bamboo or you don't want to use the bamboo for some reason. You can use a piece of, what do we call these, index cards or cardstock. And what you're going to do is fold it in a Z shape. So I fold it about 1/3 of a way up, roughly. So I fold it one way and then I turn it over and I fold it the other way. And that creates a Z. Is that showing up as a Z? Yeah, I think so. Okay. And what that does is that gives you a little tray that once you poke the holes in, you can put your beads in like this.
You can also just
and
leave
bake
it
them
like its own thing and just place the beads on there.
And that helps instead of having them laying flat, which you could technically do, you could put them on aluminum foil and lay them flat, but this raises them up a little bit so that the heat can get all around them a little easier, I think, a little more evenly dispersed. I like using the bamboo. If you are using this, it is paper. So just make sure in the oven that you're monitoring it. And speaking of the oven, when I baked mine last night, or when I baked Gwendolyn's and mine last night, I did it at 260 degrees. Is that right? Yes, 260 degrees for 15 minutes. So I do not leave it in for a long time. And it made them plenty hard enough. They were perfect.
Oh.
If you get this little
Guide.
Kit that I showed you earlier with all the stuff, it'll have a guide in there with some projects, and it'll have reminders on how to bake and what temperature. But I did 260, 15 minutes. It was fantastic. So Gwendolyn's got the needle. I'm going to go ahead and use my bamboo skewer. I'm going to very gently take it in this way. And then I'm going to take it this way. Now these beads are really fun to make because they really offer a lot of what I call forgiveness when you're making them. In other words, you can do, they can end up being different sizes and different shapes and, you know, a little wonky sometimes. And that just adds to the character of them, and that's okay. You can also, if you're a little bit more of a perfectionist, you can really work to get them more even and uniform, and that's great also. And there's a lot of different ways you can make beads, by the way. I'm just showing you one way today. This is a really fun, simple way. These would be great too. I know some of you do jewelry making. I know Deborah makes amazing jewelry, by the way, if you're ever looking for jewelry. She makes the most beautiful jewelry with Swarovski crystals and other fancy beads. So you could actually take these kind of beads and mix them up with your fancy beads, your crystals and stuff to really create
We
unique.
have a giant bowl of beads behind
Yes,
us
we do.
if Mom wants to flip up the screen.
Well,
so
yeah, we can show them later.
Yeah,
So
ow.
So you could really add different beads in to really create unique jewelry that you can wear for work, for going out, for casual. This would make great gifts for people if you're looking at, you know, something unique to give somebody, especially, you know, the people who have everything, right?
10 likes and I'll come back tomorrow.
Oh,
And
my
I will
goodness.
Be back with Mom tomorrow.
10 likes and Gwendolyn's coming back tomorrow.
No, 15 likes.
Whoa! I'm telling you guys, this is what it looks like when a child is raised in the new millennium.
Looks like we're already
Millennial.
gonna have enough
Millennium?
likes pretty
Millennium.
soon. It looks like we're
They
gonna have
have
enough likes.
growing up.
And remember, loves count as 2 likes.
They have growing up on YouTube and Facebook and all of that.
I don't go on YouTube without an adult anymore.
Yes.
I didn't grow up with YouTube.
Well, the adults in the audience know exactly
Luckily,
what I
I
mean.
grew up with Prime Video, which is close enough.
So what's everybody doing today? What are you doing other than making beads? What kind of projects do you have
wish
going
Tucker
on
could come
to keep you
over.
occupied?
Tucker, I wish you could come over.
I know, this is probably the hardest part about the social distancing, is not getting to hang out with our friends. That's pretty hard,
I wish that me and Tucker could go in the pool together.
but necessary. So we're
Not necessary.
we're doing our part.
Not necessary.
All right, and you can see again, when I'm doing the bamboo, it pulls it into more of a tear shape, so I like to take it off. That's why you see me keep taking it off, putting it on the other end. Oops.
Look at how many beads I've done. I'm really fast with the beads.
You are doing amazing. and then I just
I'm
adjust
fast
if
because I want to
needed.
get this done so that we can, so that everybody can see it be done. Because last night it took forever.
We had a lot of beads last night, y'all. We used the entire blocks to make these.
Well, we didn't use the entire block because in the end, this is what was left over, everyone.
Yeah.
This is what was left over.
So we had started with the entire blocks because it doesn't look like that much. You know, you're looking at these little blocks and I'm like, oh, that's not that much. And I just put them all together. Wow, that was a lot. So we have a lot of beads to work with right now. And we have more clay to use later.
I'm going to finish all the beads today. So, Tucker, I'm going to FaceTime you and we can do beads together later.
By the way, if you're tuning in next week, I am working to get the schedule up. I know I said I'd have it up earlier this week. I am so sorry. The time just goes. I'm not sure where it's going, but it's going.
It's going on vacation. It's going someplace where the coronavirus hasn't come yet.
So one of the projects we're doing next week is going to be polymer clay bowls. So if you have extra polymer clay, or if you bought one of the kits like I showed you earlier, you are going to get to use it, and we're going to do a really cool coil bowl with it. That's pretty awesome.
I didn't get to use this clay yesterday, except for with the beads. I wanted to do whatever I wanted with the clay.
So I'm going to be working up the sample of that, and I should have that up to show this weekend for that. So if you have extra polymer clay, do not worry. I got you covered.
And if you have one of the kits, you're fine.
You're definitely covered,
fine.
right?
You were fine from the start. Because, see, even though we used some of the other clay and today's clay, look how much clay we have.
It's a lot. All right, so as you can see, I put a bunch of these on. And now I'm going to go ahead. Let me see if I can I'll roll these out of the way, because I don't want to smush them.
Okay. Well, I'm still working a tiny bit, but I'm almost done.
All right, let's see if we can get this whole thing in the screen. I think I've got all of it. Let's see if it shows up. Give me just a second here. Right, Deborah? Oh my gosh. And Deborah, you know how much I love a little kit, right? Where it comes with everything you need and it's in a cute little container. And oh my gosh, it makes me so happy. I love little kits. Okay, it looks like the whole baking dish is in the screen more or less. I'll move it over a little bit. All right, so what I'm doing with this then is, here's the one I started before, but here's the one that's full. I want to make sure that all of the beads are spaced apart. They don't have to be even, but they just can't be touching.
Hi, Beth.
Hey, Beth, how are you doing? So happy to see you. Hi. And then I'm going to put this right here, so it's balancing. The beads are not touching the side. They're all nice and spaced out. I like the way that they're looking. You know, they're definitely not going to be perfect, and I just am okay with that. But you can see how pretty it looks when you've got those different colors swirled together. I just think that's so much fun. We have a little variation of size, which is great. So I'm just going to finish this up here. I've got a couple extras to go in.
That means we'll have beads, lots of beads, tons of beads.
And we're going to
people like if you want me in the next video. Like and loves, remember guys, loves count as 2.
Oh goodness.
If you love this video, you're giving 2 likes.
We're working on our math here. Can you tell? We're going to be doing some multiplication and addition in a little bit to see what the likes and loves are. That's how we're homeschooling here in our house.
I need the bamboo. I finished.
It's actually kind of algebra.
I need the bamboo, Mama.
We're doing well. Here you go, sweet peaks. All right, you want to put them so they can watch you put them on? Here, get them in the screen.
So if you did the needle, you can still use bamboo sticks by carefully placing it in the hole and then carefully twisting it on. And make sure it's going in that hole. Like, just make sure, because like if it's not that will cause problems.
All right. How's everybody doing with theirs? Oh, yay, Beth. I know. My oldest just went off to her job too today. So she stopped by to say hi and then she's on her way to work. Ooh, Amanda, your mom's are lime green, white, and hot pink. I can't wait to see those. Awesome. All right, we are going to have some beautiful beads here, y'all. I cannot wait to see what everybody does. Please, please, please share pictures of them.
Like, if you want us to see if you want to use the clay again, like.
So share your pictures on the page. I would love to see on Creative Expression with Michelle. I would love to see what everybody is making and how your beads are turning out. All you have to do is take a picture and share it just like you would on your own Facebook wall.
Next week when we do the bowls, it won't be as much of an art tutorial because we already know how to use the clay. The tutorial will be finished.
All right. So I've got these like this. Now I want to show you, if you remember a little earlier, I went ahead, I'm going to set this aside out of the way. Oh, sorry about that. So I showed you how to fold this. I'm going to show you again. If you don't have the bamboo skewers or you don't want to use them for some reason, you can take cardstock and you can fold it. I used index cards and you're going to fold it like a Z. So I'm doing this for a card, an index card. I just do it about, I guess I did about halfway up, a third up. Doesn't really matter. And you're going to just make it into a Z shape or an N. I guess it depends on how you orient it.
I did this one. I needed our bamboo stick.
And here you can see Gwendolyn's got hers done.
Isn't that pretty?
So it's nice. You can see how she has a lot of different shapes with hers and how beautiful they all look. This is going to work so well on a bracelet. So we're going to just put that.
I have a spear.
Okay. So I'm going to take a couple of hers to show you. Oh, did it freeze again, Deborah? Yeah, I don't know. I think sometimes it just has to do with internet. Either it's probably on my end or might be on somebody else's end. I'm not really sure how this always works with the Facebook Live stuff. Hopefully you didn't miss too much. Thank you for letting me know.
Recap real quick.
Settle down there, child. Settle down. Gwendolyn is loving doing these videos. All right, so if you're going to use these to bake your beads, you put the holes in, and then all you're going to do is just set them in here. As far as I know, there's no advantage to using this over the bamboo. The bamboo I like because I know it's definitely keeping the shape of the beads, and the heat's going to get all around, so it's going to cook evenly. It's like shish kebabs, shishka beads. I like that. We're making shishka beads.
Shishka beads.
But if you don't have the bamboo, you can put it in something like this and it'll work just fine. You're baking it at 260 for 15 minutes. I have had no problem doing it like this. I did it last night. No issues at all with the paper. But because it is paper in an oven, I would recommend that you do watch it really well just to make sure that everything's okay. But you should be fine. And then I would just set this. I put mine inside the baking pan where I had the other beads. But you could also just set this on a baking sheet, like a cookie sheet or something, and that would work just fine. I've seen some people that just use aluminum foil and they just lay the beads on the aluminum foil, so you can do that also if you want. I like having them on bamboo because I know they're heating all the way around. And I think it just gives a better cook for the beads. I don't have to worry about moving them around to make sure all sides are cooked or that one side is softer than the other. So that's my take on the bamboo versus other methods. But again, if you don't have the bamboo skewers or for whatever reason you don't want to use them, you have other ways that you can use it. So
I finished my other one.
Perfect. Are you done with all the beads?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't
Now,
got any more.
I'm not going to take you into my kitchen and show you my cooking of the beads, mainly because, well, my kitchen has not been cleaned today. So we're going to just pretend what I do is I take a piece of aluminum foil and I kind of tent it over. I don't worry too much about it, but I just tent it over my beads like that. Now, why would I do that? I do that because I don't want the heat to get too much on the top to where it burns it. You know how like when you're roasting something and you're cooking something in the oven, whatever is on top gets like a little brown and well done, and what's underneath tends not to, right? So I put the aluminum foil on top to keep the top part of the beads from getting well done, if you will. And then I just put this whole thing in the oven for 15 minutes. That seems to be a good amount of time for these smaller beads. If you're working with stuff that's thicker or bigger, you might have to adjust the time. And what I would recommend is start at 15 and then take it out. Is it hard? Is it still soft? If it's still soft, put it in for another couple minutes and just kind of go back and forth. The more you work with the polymer, the more you will get used to what cook times will be for different projects. But for right now, I would start with 15 minutes at 260 and just kind of go from there. So again, kids, if you're doing this, I know I have, young people all the way up to adults in this. If you are younger, please make sure that your parents are doing the cooking for you. They should be putting this in or taking it out, or you're doing it with their supervision. That is up to you and your family, but make sure your parents are helping with this part. So we're gonna pretend now
that it is in the oven. Hey Mom, can I use the rest of my colorful clay?
Let's hold off on that. We've got some, this is like the magic of video, right? So bling. Oh my gosh, look at all these beads are cooked and ready to go.
Oh no, one broke.
Sometimes they break. Yep, that happens occasionally.
Yeah, I get some color.
All right, so these are the ones that we baked last night. You can see they're nice and hard now. You can put a varnish over them if you want. You can spray it or get one that you just brush on. But you don't have to, and I kind of like the way that they look, just like this.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I think they're really pretty. So we're going to keep it like this. We're going to show you right now how to turn these into a bracelet. So we have baked our beads.
Yeah, our beads are baked.
And now we're going to make pretty bracelets out of it. So this is a really simple way. There's a lot of different ways you can make jewelry. But this is a nice, simple way.
Are these the two colors you use?
Oh, it's your dad's birthday today. Amanda, please tell him that we said happy birthday from us.
Are these the two colors you use?
Okay, please stop. The stretch magic, sorry, I got distracted. The stretch magic is really easy and it's fun to use. And it makes making jewelry really, really fast and easy. Ooh, glitter spray. I love that. I'm going to do that after you bake it. Is probably going to be best unless the directions tell you otherwise. So we've got the stretch magic. I got the 0.7 millimeters of it. And I'm going to find where it starts. This is fun because it's a stretchy cord. Oh. Why is that not coming off? Give me just a second here. All right, maybe that's the wrong end. Gwendolyn, please don't, honey.
Again, please like the video if you want more videos.
All right, I am having problems here. Let's see.
We're having
problems, here it is.
So we'll be right back.
All right, so I'm going to put that end back in. All right, I found it. We're good. Gwendolyn, once you put this here, I'm going to measure. Now, we're going to want hers to be about like that. And it's stretchy, so we're going to be good. But I don't want to make it that size or she's never going to get it on and off. And we also have to have room to tie it. So I'm going to do about that much. Is that going to be enough? Let's see. Maybe a little bit more. I like to be generous to make it easier to tie.
And you can always cut some off if it's too much.
And I'm going to cut that off. Now.
Use some of the beads.
Yeah, we'll make one together. If you're making it for yourself, you can just figure it out. Kind of lay it on, get some extra because of course you want enough to be able to tie it. I always go with more because it's a lot easier if you have a little excess than not quite enough.
We're gonna make the whole family some beaded bracelets.
So all you're gonna do, you can decide if you want to sort them, you know, into size or shape. Like we've got some that are more elongated.
I don't really care. I'm already going on it.
Or you want to do certain sizes, you can put the sizing together. I'm just gonna pick random ones. And all you do is thread it through.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just taking out of the pile.
And you're going to make sure that it doesn't come off the end. Now, give me just a second. Gwen, I want you to do it in the camera so they can see you do it, please.
Can I use your seat then for a few minutes?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so what you do is, actually, you know, you can put them all together or you can try to spread them out. But what I like to do is I like to put them all together so that it won't be all crazy trying to get them all to stay in one place. So you can put them together, spread them out. Spreading them out would be a tiny bit harder if you have a really big hole like these ones are. I don't know if you can see that, are pretty wide. So I don't know if you could see how wide that was or not, but they're pretty big.
All right, as a reminder, also, you're not doing this right now because your beads need to bake. This is done after you bake them. Okay?
Do not try to do it while the clay's still softened.
I need your hands over there a little bit. All right, one of the tricks that you have is you can take some Scotch tape and you can tape down one end onto your table of your string, your cord. Can you see that? Yeah, there it is. All right. So I've taped down, I've got my cord here, and I've taped it there. So what that will do is that will make sure that I am not having any problems with my beads coming off. I'm gonna move mine just so I'm a little more in film. There we go. In frame. All right, we're just gonna keep going here. And these are fun to do. This is also really relaxing, quite honestly, you guys.
Especially if you put on some relaxing like music
or a movie.
Yeah, fun movie.
Yeah, once you've baked these, like you can make a bunch of these at one time and then bake them, and then you've got beads to make all kinds of stuff for quite a while.
If we have a bunch of extra beads, I might just make a necklace for my dad, because I love my dad.
Oh, he would love that.
My daddy is the best. Okay, I think I finished my beads, so...
Okay. All right, if you've got it done, we don't need to tape that down. What we're gonna do is, let's see what we have here. All right, put your wrist in the frame. Here we go. And I'm gonna say that you probably, it is probably pretty good. What do we think, guys? Maybe one more bead. Let's put one more bead on it. One more small bead.
Oh no, your computer turned off.
That's fine. Can you get one more small bead, please?
Okay, sure. Small bead. This one?
Sure.
Can't get it on.
It might be easier.
It's gonna make us enter the password.
Yep, that looks perfect on her. So what I'm gonna do is, can you please move your hand?
Okay.
And I'm going to tie a knot. And I get it nice and tight there. And I'm gonna do this like 3 times. Nice knot.
Hey everyone.
1.
I know you're there. I know everyone's there.
2.
I'm giving a glare at the computer for turning off.
3. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and just snip.
Snip, snip. And now we're gonna see if this will actually work.
And then
Whee!
look
I
at
got a
how
bracelet.
cute that
I got a bracelet,
is. Oh my
everyone.
gosh, that's awesome. Well, I want one now. So bake your beads, let them
Ooh, there's
cool.
extra of this.
And then you can
Can
do,
you use this, Mom, if you're not
yeah,
gonna
go
use
ahead.
it?
And then you
Yay.
can do your bracelet.
I'm gonna make one giant bead to cook. One big giant
Well,
bead.
okay, so if you're making a great big one, it can take a long time to bake. So just keep that in mind.
So you can use like big beads though for like center pieces. Like
Yeah.
if you want a center piece, you can like put it in the center
All right,
and it will be all
let's
pretty
see.
and stuff. But like I'm just
Oh, I
gonna
think that's gonna work.
ball
almost.
it. I'm just gonna ball around with it. Just play around with it.
So how's everybody doing on their stuff right now? How are your beads coming along?
Actually, I got some beads I need to work on because we had some extra.
Ooh, a carrot cake for your dad. That sounds good, Amanda. Yum. Is that his favorite kind of cake? I love the cream cheese frosting that usually comes on a carrot cake.
Looks fine though. Is this okay?
Yep, it should be just fine.
Yay, it's fine.
Alright.
So you can make like a really big bead if you're gonna do like a necklace if you
So
want
that
a
looks-
certain centerpiece.
That looks perfect for a size for me. So I am going to tie this off.
Now.
I was just giving her a look to ask her to stop doing the music. She hasn't learned the nonverbal cues yet. She still responds verbally. Sorry. All right, moms, now you know what's going on behind the scenes when you can't see our faces. All right. And now I lost track. I think I did 3 times, but I'll do another time just to be sure.
I would be 4 times.
That's fine. I would rather have too many than not enough. And then I'm just gonna clip these.
Wee.
And if you've got little tails left on there, it's just fine. Just stick those inside the holes of your beads. Honestly, and they won't really show anyway. And then
Tucker.
we've got a pretty bracelet. Put your bracelet in here, Gwendolyn, so everybody can see.
Oh
Oh my gosh, look how great. That we're like twinsies.
And you can easily take them off.
Yep, they come off. That's what I love about the stretch magic is they come on and off really easy.
Yeah, if you want like just a normal string, you might want to make a really big.
And they're just pretty. It's something unusual and fun and different. So let's see.
And ours will be different from everyone else's, hopefully.
Yes, there are. Tucker is right. So there are keychains in this little thing. I don't know which one is the keychains. I know it was in there, but it's got all
Yep.
kinds of different stuff in.
There's tons of
So
stuff.
if you get the
can
kit,
use.
just know there's all kinds of really cool
bracelet.
stuff
Can I
you
use
can
this
do.
bracelet?
In a little bit, please.
Aw.
All right, so that is it for our tutorial today. Thank you so much for being here, for being part of this, for creating with us, and for chatting along while we go. We are having
This is
so
a
much.
4-color bracelet.
We are having so much fun making these videos for you and doing arts and crafts with you.
Rings and bracelets. Yep.
We've
they're-
got more
oh,
coming to you
ones.
tomorrow. We are doing an inspirational goal setting, just a really fun abstract painting that you'll get to do. That'll be fun for anybody, all ages, lots of fun. All you need is a canvas, some masking tape or painter's tape. Actually, and that's a good idea, Jude. Let me bring us back up here. There we go. Hey.
So
All right.
as you can see in the back where it says dreams behind it, that's like 10 billion beads there. That's 10
That's
billion beads.
10 billion beads.
I counted.
Okay.
It's 10 billion
10 billion?
into beads.
All right. So tomorrow we're going to be doing an inspirational painting on canvas. If you don't have canvas, don't worry. You can do it on a piece of watercolor paper, on any other kind of paper that you have, on a piece of wood. If you have like a piece of plywood or something, you can paint on anything. But we'll be doing it on canvas here. All you'll need is some acrylic paints, some painter's tape.
Hey, Flower Power.
Anything like that, and some brushes, paint, tape, and we are going to be doing... Quiet, please. We are going to be doing an inspirational goal-setting type of painting tomorrow that will be abstract, which I think I already said. Sorry, I get a little distracted when I have so much going on here.
Hey, I'm not that much.
In the meantime, have fun creating. Please share what you make. We would love to see
that you
Gwendolyn.
Have a back number.
Please. We would love to see your creations. Share pictures of them on the Facebook page, on the group, and we will see you tomorrow for some more creative fun. Bye.
Bye, Tuck. Bye, Flower Power.
Bye, Amanda.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.